Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So this is going to be my last haul of this year. And before we start going into these fragrances, I want to apologize for my voice. It's been going on for a while. I tried waiting out until my normal voice is back, but it's taking forever. So I hope that this is not going to be too annoying and you will hear this voice in a few videos. Again, I apologize and I hope that you can put up with it. Now, the fragrances I'm going to show to you today, there are a lot, so I am going to go through them very quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on each one because I either have featured them in videos already or I will be featuring most of them in upcoming videos. So it's mostly will be just showing you what I got and then moving on to the next one. Now, all of these have been purchased throughout the fall. So in the last 2-3 months, sort of following my no-buy period, which I've talked about in my previous haul. Anyways, let's start going through these. So the first one that I have is from Navitus Parfums, and this is Venom of Love, their collaboration with Paulina Shar. Now, I sampled this fragrance first, fell in love with it, and had to have the full bottle. I love it. I think it's a stunning, stunning cherry scent. Deep, dark, chocolatey, kind of very seductive and sexy type of scent. To me, it is different from Lost Cherry. I mean, obviously, it has the note of cherry in it, so there are some similarities, but overall feel of this fragrance, for me, is quite different from Lost Cherry. So it is definitely a standalone fragrance, in my opinion. Next, I have another cherry scent that comes in this absolutely gorgeous bottle. I think very, very nice looking bottle. Although, if I'm completely honest, the cap almost has no traction. Like, it's very loose. I can't hold it by the cap. A little bit disappointed with that. But the bottle itself is stunning. This is Rub Me in Dreams from HFC. I think it's Hot Fragrance Company. That's the full name. Again, this is a cherry scent, which I probably talked about already in a dedicated video. Very, very different cherry scent. I mean, this one is very different from all the others that sort of have been talked about recently. It's much more gentle. It's more powdery. To me, it's a lot more nutty than all the other scents, etc. Like I said, I've talked about it in details in another video, but just wanted to show you that I've also added this one to my collection. One of the most unusual fragrances that I have ever come across is Velvet Rouge from Arte Profumi. Now, this was a partial bottle. In fact, you will see in this haul that I have quite a few partial bottles that I purchased from other people. I've also done a couple of swaps as well. So really a lot of these have not been sort of full bottle purchases. And this one is definitely a partial bottle. I haven't used this up. I've used a few sprays because this fragrance is a little bit scary. It is coffee and chili peppers, and I mean chili peppers in here. Oh my God, this is like real chili peppers. I mean, they are so, so strong. So I'm fascinated by this scent. I want to play around with it a little bit more, but it definitely scares me a little bit. I'm very curious to know if any of you have tried this one, and if you have, what do you think about it? I also added a vanilla scent to my collection. I mean, you know, vanilla fragrances are a must, right? You can never have too many. And this one I've wanted to add to my collection for a super long time. I've heard about it a long time ago, and I could never find it. And again, someone was selling it and I decided to get it. This is Vaniglia del Madagascar. from Profumi di Firenze, something like that. I'll be putting up all the names on the screen, but here you can see it. It's a really cute little bottle, very simple. And this one obviously has vanilla, it has lily of the valley, and it has something else. I think it has 3 notes. And you know, I wanted to try it, but I was afraid that this was going to be just a straightforward vanilla, which I'm kind of a little bit tired of those. If it's just vanilla and nothing else, I don't know. I'm a little bored of those scents. But I was really surprised and really impressed that this is not a straightforward vanilla. It definitely feels like this a slightly floral vanilla, and at the same time it has this sort of ice creamy vibe as well. Really gentle, fluffy, really, really beautiful vanilla. Nothing overly complicated, but very, very beautiful. So again, this is Vaniglia del Madagascar from a house that I will not pronounce again. Now, this one I've wanted to purchase for a while, ever since I got a Trastevere from this house, which is Pantheon Roma, and fell in love with that fragrance, and I really wanted to get Dolce Passion. And again, this was a fragrance, this is a partial bottle that I purchased from someone, and this is a chocolate and truffle scent. It's really interesting, it's different, it's a little bit boozy. The truffle really adds a nice edge to it, like it makes it a little bit earthy, but you know, it's not quite as strong as it is in Tom Ford fragrances. It's done in a much more gentle way in this fragrance. It's a really nice chocolate scent that's not too chocolatey and not too sweet. So I'm really thrilled that I finally got my hands on this one. Another partial bottle that I purchased from someone, and you know, some of these are really partial bottles, some of these were like, you know, missing a few sprays really, so the bottles look pretty full. And this one is Immortal from Manos Gerakinis. Not very widely talked about house or scent, but I've heard about it a while ago, and this wasn't actually a blind buy because I got a decant of this one at first. I liked it. I didn't love it at first. This wasn't a love at first sniff, but this is something that I grew to love the more that I tested this fragrance. And so when I saw an opportunity to get a full bottle, I jumped on it. As the name suggests, you know, the main player here is Immortal. This is sweet, almost gourmand, kind of bready type of scent. A little bit different and unique in my opinion. Like Immortal is really strong in here, really strong. And the scent is quite sweet, but I'm not sure if I would call it a gourmand exactly. It's coming close to being gourmand, but it's not exactly there for me. But beautiful, interesting, unique scent. If you have an opportunity to try it, I would definitely recommend it. I'm definitely curious to try other fragrances from this house as well. Okay, this one I've had on my wish list for over a year. This was a surprise scent that when I sampled, and I sampled it only because of the hype that it's been getting from some people, I was shocked. I was shocked how much I loved it because the notes are just so random and so not my cup of tea. I'm talking about Isara from Dusita. Now, this fragrance is very, very expensive, and I was lucky to be able to grab a tester that Fragrance Buy had for like 5 seconds, and you know, I was able to get it, and I love this, and I was so thrilled that it came with a cap. I wasn't sure, but I thought, okay, the price is so good, I'm gonna risk it. I'm not even gonna try to describe this scent. This is something that you have to try. So unusual, so different, so unique in my collection for sure. I absolutely love it. This is not a beast, but it creates such a beautiful scent bubble around me. It's intoxicating. I love, love, love this scent. So thrilled that I finally have a full bottle. Next is a scent that I got on a swap. And this is a scent that I never actually heard about before until somebody offered it to me in a swap. This is Noir Tropical from Maria Candida Gentile. really nice. I mean, simple, but I think it's a nice bottle. This is also a vanilla scent, and this is gorgeous. I can't remember what notes are in here, but I remember thinking that, to me, notes sort of don't correspond to what I am getting in this fragrance, because to me, it's like it has these two halves. On one end, it really feels like this slightly tropical floral vanilla. I mean, noir tropical. Yeah, I can see why, there is a tropical in the name. It really does have that tropical vibe. And on the other hand, it smells a little bit like vanilla ice cream. And, you have sort of these two equal parts to this fragrance, both of which are beautiful. And when you combine them together, it becomes even better. So this was a really, really great swap. I love this one, and I don't think I would have ever tried it if it wasn't suggested to me in this swap. So thank you to whoever offered it to me. I hope that, you're happy with what you got in the swap as well. Next one. This might be, I don't know. I think this might be my favorite from this bunch. Although, all of these fragrances are beautiful, but this one somehow just surprised me more than anything else. And I am head over heels over this fragrance. And I'm surprised because I've heard about it and I never paid attention to it. This was, again, a swap that I did with someone. I remember for this one, I think I sent them Parfums de Marly Cassili, which I wasn't using, and I got this one instead. This is Vanilla Love from Jimmy Choo. Oh my God. I mean, honestly, I am in love with this one. I think Fragrantica lists vanilla as the only note, and on Jimmy Choo's site, they list a few other notes. To me, this is undoubtedly, every time I wear it, I get the same thing. This is the most delicious apricot jam, the kind of jam that my mom used to make when I was little. It's sweet, like it's quite sweet, but it also has just a little tiny bit of sourness that adds a little bit edge to this fragrance. Oh my God, this is so good. And performance on this is excellent as well. I love this one. I really, really fell in love with this one. I mean, I haven't had it for a long time, but you can see I've worn it quite a bit already. Absolutely amazing. I know this one, I don't think it's easy to find. I haven't seen it in many places. I haven't heard many people talk about it, but if you have a chance to try it, if you're a vanilla lover, if you like gourmands, you have to try this one. You really have to. Okay, next. It's also kind of a surprise fragrance that I would have never paid attention to had I not heard some buzz about it on YouTube. This is from all the places. I've never bought fragrances there before. Bath and Body Works. I mean, why not, right? So the fragrance is Coffee and Whiskey. And like I said, I would have never paid attention to this one. I never bought any fragrances from Bath and Body Works. Not that there is anything wrong with it, but I just don't think of that place as a place for fragrances, I don't know. But people have been talking about this one, that this is kind of niche quality, that this is really good. I mean, Coffee and Whiskey, I like both of these notes, and I thought, yeah, I gotta try it. And you know what? This is really good. I mean, this is really good. This is definitely kind of niche quality going in that direction. This is definitely excellent. I mean, Coffee and Whiskey is what you get. For me, there's also a bit of powderiness and sweetness in this fragrance. Maybe a little bit of smokiness. But overall, Coffee and Whiskey. I mean, it's a beautiful combination. Totally unisex. My husband really likes this one as well. We both have been wearing it. Performance is very decent on it. I mean, and the bottle, I have to say, I really like it. It's very sleek. It sort of reminds me of, YSL Private Collection, I think. Really nice. I mean, really, really nice. If you like those notes, Coffee, Whiskey, and you can still find it, give it a chance. This is really great. Another house that I have been curious about for a while is the Merchant of Venice. But I've heard some, sort of good reviews about it. I've heard some not so good reviews. So I wasn't going to blind buy anything from this house. And recently I had an opportunity to sample some fragrances, many of which I actually really liked. And two in particular that I loved. And I was able to get full bottles of these. Now, the first one is Andalusian Sun. Now, this one you can see is not a full bottle because I did get a partial bottle from someone. And this is an interesting one. It's kind of sweet gourmand with an edge. That's how I would describe it. It's a little bit different. It's definitely a little bit different, a little bit unique. So yeah, it's an interesting one. The other one that I fell in love with as soon as I tried it, and I was lucky enough to find a tester of this one, that is Arabesque. Ooh, this is good. This is what I wanted Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille to be. It's very similar. It's definitely going in the same direction. If you watched me for a while, you might remember that I had Tobacco Vanille and I decluttered it. This one is similar. I mean, it's kind of sweet tobacco and a little bit spicy. This one has a little bit of cherry vibe in it, but it's much smoother than Tobacco Vanille. It's not as strong, maybe. It's more, how should I put it? It's more feminine. Okay, it's a little bit more feminine than Tobacco Vanille. That's what I would say. Yeah, it's a little bit more feminine, and ooh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If I had to choose between the two, I would say go for Arabesque. I like it more. But overall, scent profile, very similar. And I left a very special fragrance until the end, and that is Triumph of Bacchus from Argos. Another fragrance that has been getting a lot of buzz lately, and I have to admit, I've succumbed to the buzz, I've succumbed to the hype, and I just had to try it. Very expensive fragrance, but ooh, it is good. Guys, it is good. I mean, first of all, the bottle, gorgeous. And, the whole presentation, the box and everything is gorgeous. Shipping was also very, very fast. Even here to Canada from US, shipping was great. Now, the scent itself, which is, of course, the most important thing. This one, it's a little bit boozy. It's a little fruity. It's a little sweet. It has a little bit of tobacco. It definitely has some vanilla. It has some earthiness. It has a little bit of smokiness. Did I say booziness? Yeah, it's definitely boozy. I think it has rum in it. Oh, it's so good. Like, all the notes are balanced together so beautifully. Like, there are a lot of sort of strong, powerful notes in here. I think there might even be saffron in here as well, which something I don't like. But everything is blended together beautifully, just beautifully, masterfully. It creates such an interesting and such a unique and different combination. It really does. Like, all the elements work together beautifully. You get a little bit of everything and you get this magical potion put together. So yeah, this one is kind of worth the hype, to be honest. There's a small part of me, I really don't like hype. I don't like hyped up products or brands or anything like that. And there's a small part of me that wanted to say, no, you know what? It's not worth the hype, but I would be lying to you. This one really is worth the hype. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Everything, the juice, the presentation, everything is top notch. So yeah, I have to say, I definitely recommend this one. So there you go. This is it. This is everything that I purchased in the last few months. I know it's kind of a lot, but I think if you put into consideration, that there were a number of swaps in here, that quite a few of these were partial bottles, I don't think I did too badly. And also obviously considering the no buy that I was on for a few months. So anyways, please let me know, what have you purchased lately? Are there any standouts? Is there anything that I absolutely must try? Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up, to subscribe, and to comment. And I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.